Hi everybody, today I'm going to be doing Jaclyn Hill's Ride or Die makeup tag, the new tag she just created. I've had a few people ask me recently if I could talk about my favorite products and the Holy Grail stuff, and I figured this was a pretty good way to do it. So I'm not going through necessarily every single category that Jaclyn did, because some of them I just didn't have ride or dies for. Some of them that she didn't mention, I did, so it's a slightly modified tag, and I'm going to go through the products as I would put them on my face. So the first thing is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and this is the original. This, ride or die. If products were people, this would be like my soulmate. This is the thing that it has completely changed my entire makeup life. I used to be the person who would put makeup on in the morning before I would leave for like school or work, and within a few hours my makeup was gone. And it wasn't until I discovered the primer potion that I discovered the magic of having my makeup last all day. And not just kind of last, I mean, it looks practically the same from the time I leave in the morning and the time I come home. Like it is amazing. I've gone through many tubes of this stuff, and when it comes to eyeshadow primers, this thing cannot be beat. The next product is a face primer. This is from Makeup Forever, and this is their Hydrating Primer. And this is the first time I've purchased the full size of it, but I went through about 4 deluxe samples and then I bought the travel size before I committed to the full size. It's very close to my former Ride or Die primer, which I can no longer buy. That one was the Korres Pomegranate Mattifying Primer. Moment of silence. Man, Canada sometimes really sucks. Anyway, this is the first primer that I came across that even compared to that primer. It's more like a lotion than other primers. It absorbs really easily, makes my skin really smooth, and makes applying foundation an absolute dream. Like, my foundation just glides on perfectly. My skin looks even and amazing, and it works with every kind of foundation. I've used it with lightweight foundations, I've used it with full coverage, I've used it with luminous foundations. This stuff, it just really works. Now, sometimes I will do my foundation first and then I will do my eyeshadow, and sometimes I do my eyeshadow first and then my foundation. Today I did my foundation first, so that's the way I'm going to talk about it. This should come as no surprise if you've watched my channel for any amount of time. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. This is in the shade 0.5, and this is my 4th bottle. It's at least my 4th bottle, if not my 5th bottle of this stuff. This is the foundation that if they were going to discontinue it, I would have to buy like 10. I mean, I would need a supply for years until I could find something that kind of compared to it. I'm wearing it today. It's a very light to medium coverage because you can build it up. It's in no way full coverage. If you use it very sparingly, it's just a very nice light finish. You can build it up. You do not look cakey, at least in my opinion. I usually pair it with like that hydrating primer or something like that. It just evens out my skin, and it covers enough redness and like other areas that if I didn't use concealer, I wouldn't really need to, because this foundation it is magical. I swear it's magical, and it really lasts a very long time. I notice more people commenting on my skin when I wear this foundation as opposed to commenting on the foundation, which I think is great. So I'm very grateful to Urban Decay, and I don't ever want to be without this foundation. The next product is also from Urban Decay. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. So it should come as no surprise that I love the foundation and I also love the concealer. I am in the shade Fair Neutral. It is a perfect shade for me. This is the 2nd tube of this concealer that I have. I generally use it underneath my eyes. It works perfectly. This is really lightweight. It doesn't crease. It doesn't, like, it looks like skin. I find that the Naked Skin concealer and foundation together, like, it just looks like your skin looks good. It doesn't look like you're wearing a lot of makeup. So continuing on with face products, the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. the lightest shade here, which is called Levitation. This is the powder I use to set my under eye area, and I will also use it to set my face a little bit. It depends on what I'm doing and like what makeup look I'm going for. Today I just did like a little light dusting all over my face just because I felt like I was a little bit sticky. Just the humidity here has been pretty high, so I just felt a little bit sticky, so I just dusted a little bit of that over my face. And I can't wait till she releases Kat Von D releases the individual singles for the contour kit, because I will definitely need to have this in my life. I also don't use a bronzer, but I do contour, and this is the thing that made me really love contouring. Obviously I use this shade a lot, the lightest shade. I will occasionally use the darkest shade too if I want a more dramatic contour and just blend it out. That's what I did today. I mean, I wasn't going for super drama, but I just mixed the lightest shade and the darkest shade together. The next product is blush, and this is actually the blush that Jaclyn Hill chose, and this was the first thing that I thought of when I was going through like my ride or die blushes, because I have a ton of blushes, but I don't know, I don't like a lot of them. MAC is definitely my favorite formula, and this is MAC's Melba, and mine is pretty like gross and grungy because it is pretty well used. I had this for a couple of years. I'm wearing this today, Melba. It just goes with everything. It is such the perfect like peachy nude shade. It's just such a good natural color. It's like really hard for me to swatch this right now. It's just like not wanting to swatch, but it applies really beautifully. It complements everything. It just complements every look. Whenever I need a little bit of color in my face and I'm not quite sure which direction to go, Melba is the thing that I grab. This is a matte blush. I much prefer the matte blushes, and then I will go in with a highlighter. So Melba and its nudie peachy goodness is amazing. So speaking of highlight, and this is Becca's Pearl pressed highlighter. Am I the only one that sometimes just gets speechless like looking at makeup products? Like, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I just want to look at it forever. Like, I just want to look at that. That is Pearl, and it's everything I ever wanted a highlighter to be. So I'm wearing it today on my cheekbones. I'm also wearing it as a brow bone and an inner corner highlight, which is generally what I do with it. It's light enough that I can use it every day, but it still gives me that like wow factor. I can build it up if I want to, and it's just... So when I was trying to think of brow products that were my like ride or die, I just couldn't think of any. I was like, I could probably come up with a couple of things that were like my favorites right now, but were they things that I absolutely could not live without? No. But my e.l.f. clear brow gel. Now, for those of you that do not follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, you would not have known my amazing discovery at Walmart where I found e.l.f. products, and it was a complete accident. I am going to tell this story. So a little while ago, I was at Walmart and I decided to go through the beauty section just because I hadn't done it in a while, and I wanted to see if there's any sales, any of the products that I had on my drugstore wish list, you know, if there was any deals going on. And I was just like browsing through the aisles, and I get through the last aisle, and the very last little section that I come to is e.l.f. And I honestly did one of these, like the hands were going and I was ready to clutch my pearls. I just had that moment. And then instantly I was looking for the clear brow gel. I was like, where is it? Where is it? And I found it and I bought two because I love this stuff. I mean, it's clear brow gel, but there's just something about it, about the brush, about it just applying it in my brows, that even if I'm having like the worst brow day ever, this stuff just makes my life so much better. It's so good. So good. I love talking about products that I love. I'm so glad I found you. Now on to eyeshadow. This was tricky-ish. So I landed solidly on my Naked Basics palette. So this is my new Naked Basics because I did repurchase it after finishing it. So this is the new one. So beautiful. I mean, I know neutrals, me, what? But when it comes to eyeshadow staples, real necessities that I have to have, this eyeshadow palette. These colors are perfect. I use all of them. Yes, I use all of them. So the shade Venus. Yeah. It's a highlight shade, but I've been using it, or when I was using it, I was using it as like a lid shade. So good. And using it a little bit wet was incredible. It was just so beautiful. Walk of Shame is like the perfect match for my skin color. Like, you can probably not even really see it swatch there. So when I set my eyeshadow primer, that is like my preferred shade to go in with, because it just sets the primer and it's not too dark, it's not too light. It's just the perfect thing to set my primer with. Make it too faint, crave, just this thing is ride or die. But I do have an honorable mention because it was limited edition and the packaging sucks, but this palette is so good. And if it wasn't limited edition, I mean, even if the packaging stayed the way it was, I mean, this would be like the palette I would recommend to like every single person ever. And that's the KVD Mi Vida Loca eyeshadow palette. This came out last year for the holidays, and it's got everything you could ever want. Look at that. It's amazing color wheel. Like, in a dream perfect makeup world, I would replace the KVD neutrals with the Naked Basics palette. Today I am wearing Harpsichord, these 4 shades here. The pink, the red, the burgundy, and this. These are the shades that I'm wearing today. I just felt like it. I was definitely going to use Harpsichord because this is like my favorite shadow in the whole palette. Yep, I know. This is the shade Rewind. That's on my lower lash line and a little bit in the outer and inner corners. Destroyer, which is like supposed to be a red, but it's more pink. And Swoon, which really is the pink. I know I didn't get a really good swatch there of Destroyer, but I mean, these shadows. There's the yellow Fran. For the shade Synth. I'm like running out of hand space here. Does that like rock your world? Yeah. So, the Mi Vida Loca palette, it satisfies my crazy heart. I never ever want to finish this palette because I don't know how I would ever be able to replace it. Are you tired of hearing me say amazing? Because when it comes to favorite products, I can't get descriptive. I just get taken away. So I don't really have a favorite mascara. My heart is still with the Roller Lash mascara from Benefit. That has been the best mascara I have tried in a very long time. However, once I finished the little deluxe size sample, I didn't go out and purchase it because I have a whole drawer full of mascara samples to go through and I didn't want them to go bad, so I could buy a new one. So I don't have that one to show. It's got this wonderful like curled brush. It's beautiful. I found that it was really lengthening and separating my lashes. So I had volume and I had length and they were separated. It was the best mascara I'd used, and I don't think I got a chance to use it with their real tinted lash primer. So this is still a deluxe size sample. This is my second tube that I'm going through. I have one more deluxe size sample, and when I'm finished that, I will 100% be buying the full size. So this is a tinted lash primer, as it says, but it's tinted brown, unlike white, like a lot of lash primers are. I also like it because I can wear it on its own, and it's really good for like casual days, if I have those. But for days when I just want a little bit of something and I don't want to be completely no makeup, even if it's like something like I'm going for a walk or I'm running an errand where I know like I will see people, but I don't need to get totally glammed up to like go to the mailbox. Just saying. But just days like that where it's like I'm not gonna do a full face of makeup, or I'm not gonna do a full face of makeup on that moment, but a little something. Just it gives my lashes a little tint, and it lengthens a little bit, and it makes my lashes look fuller. It just makes them look like a better version of themselves. And then when you put the actual mascara, whatever you're using, on top of it, your lashes just look incredible. False eyelashes. This might come as a surprise to some people, but I really do like false eyelashes. I really only started using them within the last year. These are my favorite pair that I've found. This is a brand new pair, not even out of the box yet, but I'm wearing this style, and this is Huda Beauty, and this is in the style Samantha. These lashes, I bought them on a whim online, so I really like these ones because they're not, like, they're natural-ish. They're not super unrealistic. They're the kind of lashes that you wear and people will, if you apply them properly, people will ask you, are those real? Because it can be hard to tell. They're not these super crazy over the top dramatic lashes, although there's a special place in my heart for those as well, but these ones are my ride or die. My last two products are lipsticks. Like I said at the beginning, I don't have ride or dies in every category. It's like I don't have a ride or die lip gloss. I'm yet to find a lip gloss that makes me think, yes, I want to apply a lip gloss. But lipstick I really love. So Jaclyn had a category for liquid lipstick and a category for regular lipstick. This was really hard because I had to think favorites overall as opposed to what I'm currently digging. So my favorite ride or die liquid lipstick is from Anastasia of Beverly Hills, and this is in the shade Naked. So this is the lipstick I'm wearing today. I did pair it with a lip liner. I paired it with Oak from MAC because I've just been in a brown state of mind. But this is my favorite nude lipstick. I love the formula, and this thing just lasts for a very long time. It's very comfortable to wear. Like, I don't notice it's on my lips. My last lip product is from MAC, and this is a matte lipstick, and this is in the shade Heroine. Now we're talking. This lipstick is so beautiful. Hello. I get compliments every single time I wear this lipstick. No matter where I'm wearing it to, where I am, somebody always stops me and asks me what lipstick I'm wearing or just says that they really like it. I mean, I love the MAC lipstick formulas in general. I really wish I had them all because I am a makeup addict. But I really like the mattes a lot. They're super comfortable to wear. I really am a fan of matte lipsticks in general. I just find that they apply really easily. They are usually pretty opaque, and like especially with this one, it's really opaque and it lasts a very long time. So when I said that those are my last products, that was a lie. I actually have two more to talk about. The MAC Fix Plus and the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Fix Plus, I can't live without this stuff. This is a staple in my life. If I'm ever getting low, like once I get hit like the Fix Plus part of the bottle, I will buy a new bottle, I will order a new bottle. It's just a must-have for me. I use it many ways. I will use it to foil my eyeshadows, so I will like spray this into the pan or on the brush or whatever to like get that like really metallicized finish. And I use it to set my overall face because I read an interesting post on Reddit a while ago that was talking about the differences between fixing sprays and setting sprays, and the interesting thing was Fix Plus is actually the setting spray and like this is actually a fixing spray. And from what I remember, it's that something like Fix Plus is going to help merge the layers of what you're wearing together to make it look more flawless, so it's not like individual layers of things. This is going to merge everything together, and then a product like this is going to set it in place. Like, it's going to fix it there so it won't move. So I will usually go in with this first. Generally I will spray this before I apply lipstick and before I do my eyelashes if I'm wearing them. It's just what I do. So I will just do a couple of sprays all over my face once all my makeup's done, and then let it dry. And then of course there has to be another Urban Decay product. The Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This is like my 4th, 5th bottle of this stuff. And it does last quite a while, I will say. Like, one bottle of this probably lasts, like, for me, maybe 3 to 4 months. It's pretty good value that way. And this stuff, holy smokes, is this ever worth it? I absolutely love it, and I will never, like I said, with all these things, live without it, because these are the things that are necessary for me. These are the things that I would kill for. That's dramatic, but you know, I would at least help hide the body. It's just makeup, but it makes me happy. And that's what I gotta say about that. Anyway, that is everything for the Ride or Die makeup tag. I'm really interested to see you do this tag. I want to see what everybody's Ride or Die products are. So I will tag a few people in the description box. If you're not tagged, please don't take that personally and do this tag anyway, because I think this is really, really fun. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope I will see you in my next video. Bye. My favorite lipstick. Ride or Die. What is that? What is happening? Because it's actually making me speechless. It's that good of a foundation. I know it's such like a pale princess thing to say that I use a highlight to set my makeup. It's just, I'm so glad that there is a highlighter for pale people. Praise Becca. Reunited and it feels so good. Reunited. This is making me too excited that I just